Hello, everyone. I am Nida from RADAAR. Welcome to RADAAR Talks, where we meet with professionals and talk about their ongoing works. Today, our guest is Banu Akgül, co-founder and CEO of ConectoHub. Banu, first of all, thank you so much for joining us on RADAAR Talks today. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Nida. Great. And thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm fine too, and I'm very happy to host you again. Thank you so much. So let's start. Who is Banu Akgül? This is my first question. What are you doing now and what did you do before? Can you tell me about your educational background and work experiences as well?
I'm an entrepreneur, firstly, for now. But 2 years ago, I was marketing manager. I was corporate employee, by the way. But before that, I was graduated from economics department. That shows that my history shows that you can change your career path, you can change your life, you can change everything. Just want it and put it in a system. That's why we are doing OKR management for our individual life, for our company. I'm changing my life, but for now, I'm an entrepreneur.
That's great. Thank you so much. So now we can move on to the questions that we are very curious about. I start with my first question, which is, what is OKR?
Wow. I think lots of people are learning OKRs because after pandemic, we are hearing about OKRs, dynamic goal management systems, because everything is changing so fast. Our performance management systems are not enough for us. But in a nutshell, OKRs, objectives and key results, is a goal management system. Firstly, they are used by Google and Intel. They have created that system. And that system is just a simple tool to create alignment and engagement around measurable goals. But I want to give a detail about OKRs. An important part is understanding the difference between traditional planning methods and OKR actually. I just want to give an example from our daily life because it's the most common example, but I think the most important example for understanding OKR. For example, you are planning to go to travel. Where you want to go, that's your strategy. Let's say that you are planning to go to Germany from Brussels. Are you on the right path? That's OKR because you are planning everything for going to Germany from Brussels. Which countries are you planning to go? Which transportation are you planning to use? That's the strategy. But let's say you are using a car. Your speed is your KPI. The difference between KPI and other methodologies with OKRs. OKR is a 360-degree system designing methodology. I believe that you are creating your strategy, but when you are looking your dashboards, that's a KPI. The big difference of OKRs and the other methods, you are planning your big goals and strategy with OKRs.
You explained it really well to me. Thank you so much. I can move on to my next question right here. What does OKR mean for companies' growth?
First, I want to ask that which companies? For example, we have different size of companies. Startups, scale-ups, SMEs, and enterprises are using ConectoHub. And when we look at their usage of OKR, we show different benefits and different usage of OKRs. Let's start with startups because they are so small. They will grow fast. But firstly, they should find product market fit. OKRs help them to reach product market fit faster. That's what they need actually. They should move fast. They can grow fast with OKR. But when we look at the scale-ups are fast-growing companies. They have found their product market fit actually. But when we look at their story, first they have started to be a startup. The small founding team, they are eating together, they are studying together. Maybe without OKR, they can manage everything. But it's not the best way. But when they are scaling, scales comes with complexity, and alignment is critical because it's not just within a product and tech team, but also marketing, category management, logistic, and everything. And when we look at scale-ups, their teams are growing so fast. OKRs simplify company objectives clearly and consistently. And the most important part, OKRs are aligning goals throughout the entire organization. And they help everyone focus on high impact activities because time is the most scarce resource and they should use their time wisely. They are just focusing on goal-oriented activities. That's how they are growing so fast with OKRs. But when we look at the large organizations, it's different from startups and scale-ups. They are setting objectives and they are meeting them. They make their numbers, but when we look at organizations, employees, the lack of sense of inspiration for the teams, OKRs are giving the inspiration for the teams, especially in large organizations. OKRs can be really, really effective and ensure organizational objectives cascade in clear, accountable, and measurable ways. By that way, everybody knows their contribution to their teams, contribution to their company. And OKRs always say that put inspirational goals and I should say that don't put OKRs as performance unit management system, because when your teams, your employees look at their objectives and key results, they shouldn't think about their performance, their salary, or the other things, their career. They just get inspired with OKR system. By that way, they can create high value outputs and they can grow faster from the different big companies. But I didn't mention about individuals. When we look at individuals, I want to make everyone to think about their life. Just a moment. Do you have right metrics for your life? And I highly recommend that. Take time and write your values, your objectives, your key results. And I highly recommend our blog post about meta goals, an individual life story, who is managing his life with goals. That's huge story actually. OKRs can be really effective. And you can manage your life with the goals. Just put it in an Excel. It doesn't matter, but OKRs can help you as individual. I believe that.
Yeah, that was the perfect response, perfect examples. And I actually going to ask about what is the importance and contributions of the OKR, but you answered that too. So we can move on to our next question, I think. If you say anything about it, you can say about the contributions or importance.
Yeah, Nida, I just want to add just one thing. OKRs gives autonomy to employees. That's the great thing. When we look at the numbers, we are seeing that big resignation because everybody wants to make some contribution to their team, to their company, and understand it. And everybody wants more autonomy, especially new generations. OKRs make them for the companies. I just want to add that thing.
Thank you. So how can companies adopt the OKR process?
Yeah, that's really difficult question. It changes company to company, but many of us set goals wrong, and most of us are not setting goals at all. That's the thing. But when it comes to action, I didn't see any company has the implementation overnight success. We shouldn't wait OKRs as a silver bullet, actually. They're not gonna substitute for a strong culture, strong leadership. But when those fundamentals are in place, OKRs can take you to the mountaintop. I believe that. But the majority of employees will give up if you promise them great things. And after 1 month, we saw that many times. Working with OKRs, they realize it's difficult, creates extra work for them. There's a really good analogy for that thing. Think OKRs as a vegetable. Yes, you want to eat fast food, but if you don't eat vegetables, you get ill, or you will be unhealthy and spend your time solving health problems in the future. Don't rush it. If you are patient, you will succeed it. Maybe in the first place, you won't like it. You should try again and again, finding the best vegetables for you. But at the end of the day, you will be healthier. You will save your time. You will create high value output for your life, for your company, for your team. Be patient, try, and don't wait. Silver bullet. It will take your time. Maybe you need some help. You can read blog posts and everything. You can get consultancy from experts, and you should try it with your team.
Yeah, thank you so much for this perfect sentences. So let's get into ConectoHub and move on with them. What is ConectoHub and how does it work?
ConectoHub is AI-based OKR and work management system. We have two systems. They can use together or separately. Based on their strategic goals, our recommendation engine suggests the best metrics on the basis of company, department, and individual level. With ConectoHub AI-based goal management systems, they are creating the best strategy for every level of growing teams. And I have said that we have two systems. We are bridging strategy and execution. After setting their goals, they are linking their tasks and projects to achieve these goals from ConectoHub or other platforms that they are using. And that's not the real benefit. They can easily link their business outputs like sales, right, profitability, everything with their goals. And they are seeing the progress of their goals based on their business output. And they are managing strategy and managing their strategy and daily operations from just a single platform, because with our work management module, they can easily manage their tasks, daily tasks, their projects from just one platform. What they will see that their goals and their to-do list, their daily operations for achieving that goals. That's complete toolkit for companies.
Yeah, thank you. So how long have you been working for ConectoHub and including the development process?
Oh, okay. As I mentioned that I was marketing manager, and 2 years ago we established our company. But 3 years ago we have started to design our system because we saw lots of problems in our organizations. Actually, it's 3 years story.
Yeah, thank you. So what was the main driving force in bringing this idea to life in your company, in your marketing career? What was it?
Yeah, I was working in a big company, and my co-founder Emre was working in a big company too. But we, as a two former managers, we solve unproductivity problem, and we look at the world and solve that there is a huge problems, especially for big companies. Top management has goals, strategies, but daily operations do not match the strategy of the top level management. Especially with remote and hybrid working models, companies can't manage, and it creates huge costs, especially low value output. But when it comes to scale ups, we have companies, our users, maybe more than 50% are scale ups. When we look at their story, we saw that more than 40% of scale ups fail when they are scaling. Their biggest problem is keeping fast-growing teams in the same direction, be fast and efficient at the same time. We want to solve that problem. We want to bridge strategy and execution. We want to make people more productive. Then we have started to design our system and change our career to from corporate life to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's great. What are some key features that make ConectoHub different from others?
There are lots of products which that you can manage your work with task and project management systems, but you cannot manage your strategy or goals at the same platform. You should use separate platforms, but they cannot talk with each other. With OKR integrated work management system, ConectoHub systems, they can bridge their strategy and execution. That's the first different point of ConectoHub from others. But secondly, on the road, we saw that lots of companies has strategy, but they cannot put the right metrics. They cannot put the right key results because they don't know the systems. They want to learn better, and we put AI system based on our recommendation engine. If they have started yet, they can easily set the right metrics for their companies. Actually, that two features make huge differences, and we have customers from 14 countries. That's why we can gain lots of customers in 2 years, actually.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So are there any case studies you can give us before and after using ConectoHub?
Yeah. First, that's so important. From Colombia, one of our scale-ups has said that with ConectoHub, they are staying their lane. How? With highly demanding customers, investors, competition, when they are deciding to adding new features, preparing new campaigns, they are opening their goals. And if they can link this new feature, new campaign, whatever it is, with their goals, they are going on or not. They're staying in their lane with ConectoHub. They are saving their time, money, and energy. That's so beautiful output for us. But I have said that different companies, different needs, and different benefits. One of our enterprise customer has said that they didn't link their over more than 30 projects with their goals, and they decided to deep dive into their work process. They made a simpler system for their organization, and that's huge benefits. They have become more goal-oriented, more productive with ConectoHub. That's why we established ConectoHub, and we are seeing the results. That's two scenario, that's two story is so important for us.
Yeah, I think it was really powerful to hear and makes you happy. There are really, really nice stories.
That's our goals, actually. We want to make everyone more productive, more goal-oriented, and we are achieving our goals with our customers.
Yeah.
We are so happy.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you too. Congratulations, really. And we came to our last question. When it comes to business life, why are you offering OKR and why ConectoHub? And actually, we mentioned that about OKR process, but why ConectoHub?
I said that there are lots of platforms. You can manage just your OKRs with that platforms, but with ConectHub, we are offering our users that they can link their strategy with daily operations that make everyone goal-oriented, save time and energy, and everyone focus what really matters. As a result, all teams are just focusing what really matters in productive way and see a detail of their company on just one platform. And for the management, that's their growth dashboard. They see progress of their goals based on their business output and every important metrics from just one page. And lastly, for the starters, we have AI-based OKR systems, and if they didn't use OKRs before, that's the best way for learning, for getting the right metrics for their teams and individual level. That's why we are offering ConectHub to companies.
Yeah, thank you. It looks very exciting process for companies to grow. And it's time to close up. So thank you, Banu, both for this lovely conversation and for what you shared us about OKR and ConectoHub also. So we really learned a lot today. Thank you. See you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for watching to this episode of RADAAR Talks. You can reach our other episodes from YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and various podcast apps. Also, you can learn more about OKR and ConectoHub by visiting www.connectohub.com, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.